What were some of the artists that your parents were listening to when you guys were growing up?
So mom was like into like '90s gangster rap. So she was like,
Damn.
yeah, she would love like like Easy E, and I got her like a lot of Eminem and like
Yep.
stuff like that growing up. Yeah, of course, Biggie and
Yep.
Tupac, and like that was Snoop Dogg. That was all my mom was into. My dad was a '90s rocker, like just grunge. But he listened to all kinds of rock and roll. So like it was cool. Like growing up, like by the time I was age 11 or 12, I knew every name of a rock band. I knew most of their songs. I knew who played in the rock band. Like my dad, we would just ride around listen to rock and roll stations. He'd quiz me, "Hey, who's that? Who's the lead singer of that band? Well, who played drums? Who's the famous guitar player in that band?" And I was like, "Oh, that's Guns N' Roses. That's Slash. Oh, that's Led Zeppelin. That's John Paul Jones on the bass." Or that's I mean, I just by the time I was 12 or
Yeah.
13, I knew all that stuff from my dad because my dad was a big music fan. And
Have you seen that's kind of helped you since moving to Nashville? Like just knowing songs, being able to like get up on stage and um, know the songs by heart.
yeah, man, it was really cool because like I didn't really start adapting like knowing the lyrics, knowing the songs until I was on up and playing a lot of gigs. So like that's when that craft came. But it's been really cool with conversation with a bunch of especially these guys that have a like minded interest. Like I've gained a lot of older friends that are some of the legends and in the songwriting world and the music industry just because I'm able to talk shop about, hey, you remember this band, you remember that band, you remember this record and stuff. So I feel like that's where that really
Mm-hmm.
played a role in what
For
I got to
sure.
do because it was a lot of stuff that like, man, there's not a lot of people my age that, remember like, old 50s and 60s and 70s rock bands that were just so iconic. And I
Yeah.
wish a lot of people my age, realize that.
Yeah.